Hey y'all, back with part two of the Tales of the Strange and Unusual. I'll try to keep this one short. I've got more stories. Right now I'm out at the farm. I'm burning some stuff, so thought this might be a good time to do one. Uh, I guess where I'll start is with where I work, or part of where I work. Um, it has an old abandoned hospital. It was owned by the military, and now it's being used for a training facility. Well, we have to guard it, or did whenever I was on that side. And it is reportedly haunted. There's several things that's happened, not only to me but others that I worked with. I'll tell a few of those stories. I'll try to save my best story and for another time, closer to Halloween, more closer to spooky season. But with the old hospital, it said that there were 3 people that died one time because they had went, and the company that did the gases had mislabeled an or a argon bottle and had oxygen on it. And whenever they put on the tank, it was sending out argon, and it killed a young soldier. It killed a mother and her baby. And they say that the mother, I can't remember her name. We called the ghost Charlotte, and then we also called her Geraldine. So whichever name, but there were several times that one of the things that I experienced, I was walking towards one of the elevators, and as I'm walking to it, something hit me in the right shoulder, invisible, pushed my shoulder back. I've went and been heading to the elevators, and the elevator would just open before I got there. Only ones in there was the cleaning crew, and they were mopping close to by where I was at, and they were nowhere near the button to be able to push it. So had that to happen. Some the other things that have happened. I actually heard this. Somebody had put a recorder up on the 3rd floor, and whenever nobody else was around, they put it by the pediatrics area, and on the recorder, they got and I heard it very distinctly. You hear a child's voice say, "Help me, help me." And I saw that. The one that did that also had put a recorder down in the old morgue, and in the old morgue, you would he went and got a flash of light on the recorder and what looks like a demon face. So he also did a recording down there, and you could hear somebody say, "What's her name? What floor?" And like it was back being a hospital. Let's see. We went, and a lot of people, whenever the 2nd floor was what they said was the most haunted, though I got the strangest feeling down in the basement by the old morgue. Which, speaking of the old morgue, whenever I first started working there was no phone in the old morgue, but we used to get calls from 911 saying they were receiving calls, and they gave the room number, and that room number was the old morgue's number, and there was no phone in there. So we had that to happen. Let's see. Don't have any notes. I'm just trying to go from memory on some of these. We went and had one of our officers on a weekend, him and another guy, they were working, and he had went and was doing his check, and he was up on the second floor, and he saw this blonde-headed woman there, and he thought it may be one of the instructors had come in to set up for the next week. And he went and asked her, well, how long are you going to be here? And she answered, not long. And then he went down the hall, turned around, she was gone. Whenever he went back down to the desk, he asked the other officer, he said, did that lady leave? He said, what are you talking about? He said, there was a lady up on the second floor. He said, shut up. There's nobody in here but us. There hadn't been nobody that's come in here. So had that to happen. Whenever I'd first started, the first sergeant that I'd had there, he had went back to get to the cafeteria to get some coffee. He walks into the cafeteria, and there's nobody in there but security. Everybody's done gone for the day. Nobody's supposed to be there. He walks in, and he sees a blonde-headed woman sitting at one of the tables, just looking at the area where the TV would be, and it spooked him. He just stepped back out and didn't get his coffee and walked back up to the security station and was asking if anybody was in the building, and no, nobody else is in the building. We went, and one of the time the power went off, one of the officers went downstairs to check it out, and while he's going around in the basement, he's hearing footsteps follow him down there. So this is just a few of the stories. Whenever you would go up on the second floor, I never smelled them, but a lot of people said that they would smell brownies up there. Another person had told me that worked on the second floor that even though on now the third floor is covered with carpet, they would hear like somebody in high heels walking on the floor above them, and there wouldn't be anybody there. She'd also told me about that they would had a group meeting of I believe it was the role players. They were in there where there was a sink at, and the sink just turned on by itself. I used to hear cabinets being moved and different things like that in there. But like I said, I'm going to keep this one short. Lord willing, I will do some more. I've got one that's really crazy that I experienced, and it was at work. It was in part, it wasn't at the hospital, but it was right across the street where we had buildings that we had to check. But hope you enjoy. Please give me a like, share, comment. Please subscribe to the channel. And hopefully, Lord willing, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.